At the just ended bhim concert, one of those who impressed the crowd with their performances was Mzvee, the very talented young female artiste who was on stage with Stonebwoy, performing her songs as well as songs where she had collaborated with Stonebwoy. But apart from impressing with the crowd with her performance, it seems most of the crowd were also impressed with something else. Now, when you take a very good look at Mzvee, you can see that things that didn't used to be there are now there. While she's looking very, very beautiful and very attractive and sexy, people are wondering what did this, where did it come up from? People are people are very interested with her baka. People have been surprised to see Mzvee's transformation. For those who have been following her for a while now, she was very slim, and she had nothing behind. There was just a flat behind. It was just straight, the blackboard type, slate, straight, sham, yeah, just straight like that. But when she came to perform at Stonebwoy's show, there was a lot of flesh at the baka. So people are wondering, was it her real baka, or did she put something behind there just to make that place look more big? Because we found out that there are some females who have been putting some materials and some types of perforations and foam like stuff which have been designed for that purpose to make that place look big. So while some were claiming that was what she had worn, others were claiming no, this was her real baka. This is how Mzvee's Duna is like. So people are actually sure that this is Mzvee. Like, she has changed now. You can see Stonebwoy is there enjoying it, because this wasn't there before. Like, before it was just straight, but now things have changed. And now they are also wondering, is this how it's going to be, or is it going to be bigger as time goes on? Because now our women and our young ladies, that's the only thing they are doing. They are making certain parts of their bodies bigger and other parts slimmer. The waist is becoming slimmer, the behind is becoming bigger, and some of them to the breasts are becoming bigger. But unfortunately, the head is still the same. There's nothing big with the head. Our women are following this culture very much lately, because they are very much into impressing guys with how they look, and they know the power their bodies wield over some guys who get attracted to them. So it's not a surprise to see how some of these ladies are going around purchasing some of these drugs and doing what they can to look the part and to be the part. You'd also notice that when you go to most of the markets these days, you see much advertisement on these types of drugs that make certain parts of the human body become bigger, and as portrayed on their pictures. You'd see a woman drawn on one of their advertisement pictures with those parts of their bodies very much enlarged. Sometimes you even see a before and after picture, the way the woman used to look before and how she used to be after taking that drug or taking that enhancement or whatever it is the person is selling. And now it's almost everywhere. So our women are going about purchasing these all these drugs and all these appliances, and there are also things that you don't have to necessarily ingest. There are things you can wear, there are things you can fix on parts of your body for a period of time, and they sort of bring out that shape and make some other parts look big, and they do all those things. So whilst Mzvee was performing in her very attractive tiger suit costume, people were also very much admiring her, especially when she turned around to show that part to the crowd. It was just very humongous. But people were very, very. It is one of those volatile things, those things that can bring an explosion. Because this is not who Mzvee was. Mzvee was just a straight behind type of person. The one that when you wear the jeans, it's just very flat, straight, just straight flat like that. like the way you see a white woman's back, like white women, most of them don't have that big baka like African women. So Miss V had that type of straight baka. Her baka was just straight, very very straight baka, nothing protruding. But now it's like the baka has gained weight. If you look at the baka, Miss V's baka, I think it has been doing some exercises, because hey, it wasn't like this at all before. So for entertainment news today, we are looking at Miss V's baka and finding out if it is really true that this is a real baka, or it has come out from somewhere. If you look at the baka and you pay very close attention to it, you can see how it sort of overlaps the waist level, by coming out of its normal shell. It's just out there. It's just very out there. Even when she's standing sideways, you can see the way the baka has sort of formed an O with the baka. There's just a very big O behind it. So we want to know if Miss V's baka is real, and if she plans on increasing it as time goes on. If she's going to do that, that means there's going to be a lot of stare in public anytime she's around. And we don't know which other shows she'll be performing at in the near future, but clearly it's possible that it's going to be one of those things that many people are going to look out for. There are many fans who will not come to the show because they want to hear the music necessarily, but because they want to see the baka for themselves to be sure that this is really Miss V. So let us be sure that that's the real baka, and if it is the right way she got it, then kudos to Miss V. But if she got it the wrong way, then we don't know. Maybe she should consider, maybe if just in case there could be some after effects of this baka, so that she doesn't develop any problems in the future, because it's not all of these drugs and appliances that and equipment and all these things that enhance the body that are good later on in life. There are some of them that have proven to bring some very bad side effects. There are some which make the women become extra fat in the near future, so fat that their bodies are out of shape. So if she's using the wrong one, then it would be a bad thing, because it might affect them. But if she's doing it the right way, then this baka would still stand and to amaze the many who see her and who get close to her. As at now, there's still no speculations on who's going out with Miss V. She has done well to keep it in the dark and to keep it away from many people. She doesn't want anyone really finding out who her boyfriend is, and if she's going to be having any marriage soon. But we do know there have been a lot of guys, especially in the entertainment industry, who have been doing their best to get at Miss V. There have even been some rumors of some Nigerian artists who have come down and come into the country just to have talks with Miss V to get things going on with her. But apparently we are not able to get the full details of what went down and whether they've really been able to get her attention yet. We should say Miss V is a very beautiful lady, a very beautiful Ghanaian lady. Ghanaians are one of the most beautiful people on earth. In fact, all Africans are beautiful generally, but it will take a very good looking eye to note what beauty is. Our ladies are now going the extra mile. They don't want just face beauty, but they want body beauty as well. They want the type that when you enter the room it causes a whole lot of stare. They want the type that when they get into the arena, they get into a place, everybody's jaw is dropping. So that's it, and that's what's happening today in our world. Miss V did very well in her performance, and she did very well to have the crowd interacting with her, and also giving them some of the songs that they were very pleased with. Miss V has been in the industry for a long time now, and many of the women who started with her are nowhere to be seen anymore. But she's still relevant in the industry, and she's still making the moves she has to make, meeting the people she has to meet, and she's still producing good music that many people are enjoying. One of the things people have been speaking about is some of the awards which she has received and some which she deserved yet did not receive. In the past, Mzvee, has been nominated for some awards where she didn't receive them, and people were unhappy about it because Mzvee is very talented, and when you compare the female artists in the industry, you cannot take Mzvee out as one of the best and one of those who have been consistent and have been relevant from the time they came up till now. You get it? So it's just some of the things that happen in our music industry where certain artists don't receive what they deserve for all the hard work they put in. But we are sure Mzvee right now is very well used to it. Then a time is going to come where people are going to pay very close attention to what and what is in the music that these ladies are producing, and when you compare them, they are going to know who is really performing well, who is really doing good music, and who is still holding the fans and the crowds down with their performances. But for now, we are looking at Mzvee's performance, and it was brilliant. Her attire was also very, very sensational, especially on the part of the guys who were watching it. She had a very, very, very beautiful thing wearing on her body. So it is what it is. In her high heels, dancing and then still singing at the same time. Mzvee is one of those ladies who has trained very well to, move freely in high heels, without slipping and falling. We guess that's the reason why she has this anthem, tiptoe. When you say tiptoe, you already know who that is. It is one of her taglines, her slogans, Mzvee. So that's who she is right now, and she's now very, very, very fierce in her music. First when she started, more like the subtle, humble type. But now her music and her words are very fierce, very striking. You should listen to the lyrics of some of her songs, even the ones with Pato Rankin and the likes. You'd see how heavy. It's like now she's going deeper into the music. So for those of you who have not listened, go and stream some of her songs. Go get on iTunes and all those other places where you can get her songs, YouTube and the rest, and then play some of her songs. You enjoy it, especially the one with Pato Rankin. You love it a lot. You'll notice some of the when you really listen to the song and really get the lyrics following. Then you see how deep Mzvee has been going with her music, especially these days where our artists are choosing certain words and using certain ways to get people's attention with their music. This has been going on for a while now, and it's like every artist nowadays wants to put some elements in their music that will cause a stir, something that will just be very controversial. Not because necessarily they want to be controversial, but because they know that is the way people's attention will be drawn. When someone hears something funny said in the inside the music lyrics, then the person will be like, hey, what is this artist said? So the person will go and look for it, play it again and listen, and before you realize other people are playing it, and all of this is promoting their songs. So this is the new gig the most of the Ghanaian artists are using now. They put controversial words and things in their music to get the attention of many. So that's it. But in the meantime, Mzvee's Baka is consistent. Many people are talking on social media. There are many people who are, have zoomed into from her waist down just to take a good look at the Baka and discuss about it, if it is how it used to be, talking about what the future is like for Mzvee and all of those things people do on social media. So you can, depending on who your followers are, you can find that out. But I'm sure if you just do go to Twitter and just search for some of the Mzvee hashtags and see what people are saying about her, you'll be very much impressed to see what people are saying, and you might as well be entertained, because you know how people get with this hilarious stuff. Everyone has their own opinion, and everyone will be telling you what they think is the cause of it and why she's doing it that way. Okay, so now for those of you who have listened and watched, let us know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think about Mzvee's Baka? What do you think she should do to keep her music and her performance going? Sometimes if she doesn't do this to her body, people may not really be interested in her music like that. So what do you think? Do you think this is a good move for her to improve, her buttocks, for them to be bigger and than they used to be? Do you think it's a good move for her to get the crowd's attention, or do you think it's not necessary? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for listening and have a very nice day.